What's happening? What's happening? We're sitting here at Havana Cigars, located off of Edgewood in Auburn. And I'm sitting here with my man Rafa. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk a little bit about, his experience as far as being in the cigar industry and the things that he brings to, his brick and mortar, his shop. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to let Rafa speak and tell his information, and we're going to go from there. You know what I'm saying? So, Rafa, so tell me what made you decide that you wanted to be a part and do a brick and mortar and open up a cigar shop?
So I'm from Cuba, and this is traditional about tobacco in Cuba. And before we opened the shop, me and my wife we invest in one cigar lounge. There's not exist anymore, Habanos on Peter Street, and the deal never came in through. There was like big fiasco, and we decided to open our own cigar lounge. But basically, we try to do it different than everybody. Like we have it now, we carry boutique blend, not like commercial like everybody have in the shop. So I like it, carry cigar that nobody have.
Okay.
Like exclusive blend for different friends and family. We grow in Cuba, and also to me it's more authentic, more real.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you something, man. That you turned me on to my first Sanchez Gomez, man, and that was
Gomez Sanchez.
That was a
Yeah.
Oh my God, that whole McAllen line is really good, but and a lot of people don't know that cigar is a phenomenal cigar.
Yeah, Edel and Joel, basically the whole family, we live in Cuba, one city, they call it Monterrey.
Okay.
So we live like a 3 house separate from my house in Cuba. And I never know the history about his grandfather, Pedro Gomez, but he was one of the big master blender Paraga factory back then in the 1940s in Cuba.
Wow.
And yeah, I know the family for years. He left Cuba in 1998. I left Cuba in 2007. We reconnected in the United States again, and he told me about his history about cigar, and he helped me a lot to do it, the cigar lounge, and make it the way we got it now. And also, I meet a lot of the people in the way, like Felix Mesa is one of my good mentor.
Okay.
He can teach me a lot about cigar. We have back in the day we had Marcos Daño. This one of the first one we have kept here in the shop. Terlinda Cubana, this came in later. My wife found out about this Twin City from Cuba. They have a great cigar. So most of our blend is most of our cigar is boutique cigar. And I don't know, for me it's more authentic, more real. Like you can talk to the people, because basically they go ask you what kind of cigar is that, because they never smoke, they never see the blend, or they never see this kind of cigar. So you need to break it down, the blend, you need to break it down, or the feel, everything they have inside the cigar for they believe.
I got you.
And they can try something different, the traditional cigar.
Correct.
Or the cigar lounge carry.
Yeah, because you definitely turned me on to some stuff, man, that I've tried a lot of cigars, but you've turned me on to some stuff that is really, really good. And I appreciate that, because, it shows the authenticity of it all, because you come from a different culture and a different background where this is very important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so you come from a different feel than some of your other shops that are around, because they doing it just because it's either a club type atmosphere or get together spot.
Yeah.
Your situation is a little bit more authentic, because a lot of stuff. I mean, I remember when you was over at the other spot, but
yeah, 378, 376, yeah.
And you've always been authentic with everything that you do, man, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. A lot of the people, when we opened the shop, me and my wife back in 2016, we only have 2 cabinets. and these two cabin over there, and a lot of people they not believe that we can make it because we only carry house cigar. But it's different when you carry house cigar, and the quality house cigar is better than any commercial cigar, and you can telling people the process, they're telling people what kind of cigar they are, and not only they telling when they try the cigar, they can see the difference.
Yes, yes.
And we still in business almost 10 years, and we carry the same thing, and we not change. We still carry a boutique, we carry like house cigar, different blend, and we still alive. We still work it out.
Okay. Now, what type of events do y'all do here? I mean, you know, I know y'all with y'all calendars and things of that nature. What do y'all have? What do y'all?
Yeah, we have a couple events coming up. I think so. One is Black. What is the name? Black Ass Cookout.
Okay.
We have that one. We have it. Yeah, we have
Okay.
one event over here for the.
Okay, okay. So y'all got a lot of events that y'all got planned out here, and what we'll do, you know, a little later, we'll show a lot of the areas of the shop and things of that nature, so we can show the people how the time and energy that they put into developing this spot, man. It's really a spot that you have to come and experience yourself, man. If you ever come to Atlanta, you got to come to Havana Cigars. And tell them where you located again.
398 Avenue,
Yep.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
The key is be different. The key is be authentic and be real. Everybody do it the way they want to do it. You know, everybody has different choice. Everybody has different basic capital. You know, but to me, when you have a cigar lounge, I mean, I come from Cuba. This is completely different than what I experienced here with the cigar lounge. But when you have a cigar lounge, you have a bar. They start being cigar lounge. They come and be a bar, and we selling cigars. So the people that come for cigar lounge for the bar, they're not coming anymore for cigar. They're coming for the liquor.
Correct.
So the experience complete change, because right now people around drinking, and
It's a different feel.
you not enjoy the cigar
different
anymore
feel.
like it's supposed to
Yeah.
do. And in Cuba, we have a cigar lounge, but it's not like over here. We have a very small bar, like you can serve yourself, and the rest is cigar, because
That's the
the
important
point
thing.
is cigar.
That's the important thing.
That's it. No
That's
no
it.
liquor. But you know, it's like I told you, everybody do it the way they want to do it.
Yeah.
The different way, and we still keep it the original Cuban taste. You know, the more authentic we can buy Cuba. We're not selling Cuban cigar for everybody know about it. We're selling Cuban C from selling Nicaragua, and that's it.
Okay.
They're making it happen.
Now, I gotta say this. He has probably the best coffee that is made here. And guys come from all over to get this coffee. What's your secret, man?
The secret was basically my wife. she was the person that pushed me to do it the coffee the way I do it now. Because back in the day, she go drink coffee every single day, and the coffee was ridiculous expensive. You know, I had to make sure I make the coffee exactly the way you like it. And we buy the machine, and I try, and I think so make it better than the
Hey man,
company.
listen,
They do
everybody
it, you know?
everybody I know that comes in and they try it, they love it, you know, so they definitely get it, you know what I'm saying? But I just want, you know, you guys to continue to keep doing what you do, you know that I support you guys, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, this is now one of my shops that I come in frequently and you know, partake in, and the love that you get, man, is just is you can't describe it, man. I mean, you know, it's genuine. You got good people that come down, and it's just a good environment to come and chill out in.
I mean, it's like I told you, it's not easy. It's not easy be in Atlanta, be in downtown Atlanta, where
Exactly.
you have a lot of cigar lounge and everybody try to be the best. Like me and my wife always do, we not try to be the best. I never be in the competition. I try to be me, and we try to be Havana cigar, and that's it. I don't care what you got, or what you make it. You know, have better quality. I know why I sell it, and that's simple like that. And
Yeah.
the people who come up to Havana cigar is real people to smoke cigar. Like
Yeah.
I told you, we're not selling commercial cigar. We're selling cigar boutique cigar, the people they don't know about it, and people coming to experience this kind of cigar.
Correct.
Not like regular blend that you can, I know this name, and people buy for the name, not buy
for the taste.
Exactly.
Not for the taste.
Exactly. So this is my point. Name, you can say a million name, but it's the same. So when you try something different, you say, wow, this cigar costs maybe $10, but that one costs 15, and it's not the same.
Correct. It's definitely not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what advice would you give to anybody that's trying to get into this industry or start to smoke cigars? You know, what would be some of the recommendations that you would give as far as how they need to start out?
I mean, try to be you. Do you. Don't try to copy nobody. You know, do it the way you want to do it, and not listen to, because when you all try to open cigar lounge, you have a lot of people that bring a lot of the idea how they do a cigar lounge, but they don't own cigar lounge, so they have the idea, do it this way, but how you do it the way you want me to do, you don't own cigar lounge.
Correct.
So everybody have opinion how to do it stuff.
Yeah.
And when me and my wife do it, we do it our way.
That's the best way to do it.
I'm not listening to nobody, and people say, do a working humidor. Say, I don't have the space to do a working humidor, and I'm doing what I know, and we care what we can. A lot of the company we call back in the day, I want to order this cigar. Oh, you cannot order because you have a cabinet, you don't have a working humidor. And so I said, you know, okay, they're fine. When we open the second location, the same company before, they say no. They call, oh, you want to order this? I said, no, I'm good. I keep it the same thing I ordered before, you know?
Yeah.
To me, it's not making any sense. And this is plan keep it the different.
Yeah, you rock with who rock with you.
Yeah, exactly. The simple like that.
I mean, listen, man, I wanna thank you, man, for allowing us to come in and partake in your, you know what I'm saying, your facility. And like I said, I love how authentic it is. And I love the fact that when a person comes in, they feel comfortable, and you make them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the most important. So I want to appreciate your time.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
My pleasure.
And y'all check them out, Havana Cigars. You know what I'm saying? We got Rafa, we got Heather, and we're gonna go from there. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Welcome back. We're sitting here with my man, Sir Charles. What's going on with you?
What's going on, Big Cat?
So, you know, wanted to sit back and talk a little bit in depth, because you know when we come into an environment like that and like this, it's all about sitting back, being comfortable where you are, having conversations that might not be the, you know, that you talk about out there in the streets, but we get a lot. We solve a lot of problems here.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And you know, me and you, we've had several conversations. You know what I'm saying? So, tell the people a little bit about yourself. You know what I'm saying? What make you come to the spot? You know what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, we can all sit back and say, man, conversations are king.
A key. Yeah, it's
Key.
key.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So when we sit back and we talk about everything, life, love, and the pursuit of happiness.
Correct.
And you know what I'm saying? We go in and money, business, you know, things that are going on, social media situations, all of that. You know, we try to keep everything honest, man. So what is your take on when you come around and the conversations that you have around, you know, these type of environments?
Well, the conversation I have in these environments is growth. Like I grow, I learn a lot from these gentlemen, man. If you look at the sign right here, it says welcome home. You know what I mean? Once you come in, you know, it's like home here, man. We all family here. And, ain't nothing but gentlemen raising better gentlemen, you know what I mean? And that's what I love about this environment. I learn something every day here, and it's crazy.
You just said that.
It's crazy, but this is what it is. It's just the honest truth, and that's why I like coming in this environment. I can't be stagnant. You know, I'm a type of person. If I'm getting dumbed down, it get boring to me, and that's not me. And I like to learn, and that's why I like to be around these older gentlemen, man, because they teaching me things. They teach me how to be a man, growing as a man, and helping me understand that you're gonna go through things and keep going. You know, I don't been through it, but just keep going. And hey, man, that's what I love about it.
That was a powerful statement.
That's the truth.
Because honestly and truthfully, you know, you do learn a lot. you do come across different types of people and different types of avenues and all this stuff, different things, man. And I just love the fact that you can meet someone that can be beneficial, informational, you know, and can assist and help. You know what I'm saying? And just like you said, it's grown man talk. You know what I'm saying? And if you sit back looking at it from a networking standpoint, it's the best thing. It's the best thing. You know, but we sit back and go through all of these different processes, and you know, you already gonna get beat up every day when you go out there to fight the world.
That's right.
You know, places like this give you a piece of tranquility where you can come in and you can relax. You can have great conversations. You can learn from situations. You know, you can do some business. You can tell a couple of lies, you know, and still be able to go home and make it home and be safely, you know, to your spot. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things that I always try to talk about is that the amount of conversations that we have, you know what I'm saying? Now, we talk about a lot of different things. We talk about money, we talk about relationships, we talk about business, we talk about a lot of different things, man. And everybody have their own different opinion.
Correct.
But the best thing about it is that we all respect what another person says.
That's right.
So we ain't gonna come down on you talking about this and this and that and that. It's always about getting a true understanding. You know, now you're gonna come across people that are gonna be different. That's in any environment.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I've learned, you know, guys in this environment, if they don't want to deal with you, they don't.
Exactly.
But they can still be in the same space with you.
Correct.
And it ain't no problem.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So where you from, my man?
I'm originally from Auburn Avenue, Old 4th Ward area, man. It's my home.
My man,
You know
my
what
man.
I mean? Found out my guy here from the same place, so
That's
that's just how life is, man. And you know, everything come full circle.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, we're in a historic area, man. Ain't nothing. It's something about everything over here, man. It's power in this area, man. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is, man. It's home here, man. And ain't nothing like it.
So let me ask you this question, because I mean, you know, you being from here and I'm being from here, I know, you know, the Atlanta that you see now is not the same Atlanta that we grew up in.
Nah, ain't nothing like that.
And if people don't know, if they haven't been here, they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know the history of Auburn Avenue. They don't
Correct.
know the history of Ebenezer. They
Correct.
don't know the history of 4th Ward. They don't
Correct.
know the history of Kirkwood,
Yeah.
and how all of these little areas are pocketed up. And you know, tell me a little bit about your experience from that.
Well, when I was coming up, when I was younger, man, I mean, it was more like more homie, man, more family, man, and then like things have just changed, like for us. It's just like more business now, you know.
Yeah.
Like I remember it was a point in time where Atlanta didn't even stop going until like it really didn't stop going. You know, sometimes you had some spots that closed at like 6 or 7 in the morning.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But then, you know, we got things that changed. Events took place and where they wanted to kind of gentrify the area, and now they got things closing around 2:30, 3 o'clock. You feel what I'm saying? And it just don't change a lot, man. But this used to be like the speakeasy town. You know, this was the town of towns. You know, everybody knew about it, but the secret out now. You know, and that's why the world's here. So
and we got big events that's coming. Cause
Yeah.
we got 26. We got next year. We got the FIFA games coming.
Yep.
Which is gonna be a big thing, a huge thing, because you talk about the largest sporting event in the world.
Correct.
And then in 28 we got the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, man. Oh my God.
You know, so we can just look at the growth of this area, and being from here, you know, you see the growth. And
I met a person. She said, "You the first person I met from Atlanta originally." I was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, I get that a lot too.
Yeah, so it's like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm Grady baby all the way around.
all the way.
I
That's
mean,
right. That's right.
You know, anybody that knows me, they know that's how, you know, how I roll. I'm Atlanta, Georgia, all the way around. Georgia Bulldogs, Georgia Tech, Braves, all of it.
all
you know
of
what I'm
it.
saying? So those are my first teams.
Yeah.
So into going from that to this is that the change that you see Is it in your mind? Do you feel it's a positive change, or I mean, for financially, I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
The growth that Atlanta has done is crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but it takes away from a lot of the home feel type of things going on. You know what I'm saying? Do you see that same type of situations happening, or?
I think it's becoming like a men in New York, man, where like everybody got to hustle and bustle. You know, it used to be you can probably work one gig and you can get, you know, you and your spouse, y'all be okay. But now it's like everybody got to either have you got to have a job and a side hustle right now. You got to hustle and hustle, you know.
You
so,
do.
Because they saying that, to my understanding, you're gonna have to have at least $100,000 to even stay in the inner city within the next 2 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And everything under that price point, or anybody making under that, they're gonna be outside of 285.
Yeah, because they're not gonna be able to afford it.
They ain't gonna be able to afford it. That's just what it is. And now you got people that are being, you know, moved out of where they originally from, which I totally understand as far as a business move, but some people ain't gonna grasp and understand that it's growing, the city growing, you know, and it's money to be made, and you know, we ain't buying nothing, so they feel like, hey, this is what's gonna happen. Now,
Exactly.
granted, there's a lot of grandfather clauses in, but within time, you know, some of those older people may die off. And I'm saying that to say a lot of people, you gotta get ready. You know, you gotta push yourself more than you ever have.
Yeah.
That's where we at.
And that's, you know, that comes in with networking, being around good situations, good environments, and good people where you can learn from, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take a quick break right now, and then be able to come back with the last part of this segment, you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. Welcome back. Lifestyles, Chronicles, all of it. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip the script now a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And so we're gonna talk about some of the people that come in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I know that in these environments, there has been a large influx of you seeing now female smokers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Fine too.
Yeah. But you know, I think that coming into this type of environment, man, it's a difference, because what is the one thing that they, you know, you think that they're looking for?
A lot of the women, man, they're looking for well-established men, a man that know your man. That's number one.
Correct.
You gotta be, you know, you gotta have your shit, you gotta have it together. I'm sorry for cursing, but you gotta have it together to really dealing with these women, because they ain't gonna hold your hand, man. You know, a lot of them, they got their career going. They ain't really talking to no guys making on the 6 figures, you know what I mean? But to any guy, to each his own, I feel like that's a step up. That just gonna help you step your game up a lot more. You feel what I'm saying? And grown women, you know, can introduce you to some things. Pretty, beautiful women, you know.
So on that topic of that, because I mean, you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes back and forth, you know, with the expectations of what it is that is expeced of us. Okay, so you know, if you reach a guy that's making, you know, that type of money, he's doing those type of things. The one caveat in that is that you when you come into a situation with a guy who has that type of liquidity, he's going to come in with a certain plateau of what he expects.
Correct.
And so I think that there is a shift that's going on, because everyone thinks that they deserve that guy, but they're not willing to put that type of energy and time into learning what it takes to be with that type of guy.
Correct.
Because that type of guy comes with a different type of energy.
Correct.
You know,
he know what he wants.
He know what he wants. And
if you ain't doing this shit, on to the next one.
Correct. And your money doesn't mean anything.
Nothing.
Because he automatically knows that your money is not, you're not going to use your money for the betterment of anything.
Yes, correct.
So when you know that type of situation, how do you go about choosing? How do you go about making sure that you if you are meeting someone that is the right one? Even from the female standpoint, don't come into a situation like this expecting that you're gonna go from here to here to here to here.
Correct.
Because eventually what's gonna happen, you'll get a word about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And some of those things you're not able to recover from.
Correct.
Because once, you know, men, we're simple.
Yeah.
Feed us,
Yeah.
make love to us,
Yeah.
and give us the remote.
That's right.
And we'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
We don't need a lot of drama. We don't want a lot of drama. So when you come across situations where, you are involved with other people like that, and you're meeting people like that, what are some of the things that you would give advice to, from a female and a male standpoint? What would be some of the things that you would tell them?
Well, from
Talking about the the relationships that come across, the people that come into the spot. You know what I'm saying? So from your standpoint, what do you see as far as how the everybody interacts with one another, men, women, all of that?
So what I've seen so far, and I'm 6 months in, man, I ain't been in the cigar business or been around smoking cigars only for about 6 months. What I've seen so far, I'm still a baby in this game. But the women are kind of looking for the boss.
Okay.
The men are looking for women that's looking to accommodate them as the boss.
Okay.
And everybody in their boss behavior. You know what I'm saying? Everybody understand their position. But most importantly, it's all about respect too.
Okay.
Everybody respect each other, but everything is expected. As you were saying earlier, like a certain type of male expects certain things with his female, especially as an established man. If you're a 6-figure earner or better, what do you call it, the 666?
666, man.
Okay. So yeah, tell them what the 666 is.
Listen, the 666 is make over 6 figures, over 6 feet tall,
Okay.
and got over 6 inches.
Yeah, I learned that here. So yeah, that was what he was telling me.
Listen, man, I love, anybody that knows me know I love being around this environment, because just from the networking aspect of it, you can meet so many different people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that I love about this thing here, it breaks down all barriers. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not you have biases, going on, when you're sitting back enjoying this and you can sit back and talk and have good conversation, all the stuff is out the door.
All right.
All the stuff is out the door. So, when you look at it from a standpoint of, how are we going to take this to, I guess, the next level, or how are we going to look at doing this? You know what I'm saying? Because, one thing that Rafa spoke of, and that is that people have different things about how they want to run their shop. Everybody love to give advice.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they don't have no skin in the game.
Correct.
So a lot of people can sit here and say, yeah, I would do this, I would do that. But until they get in that position where they're doing that, they really can't say. And I think that even when it comes down to being in a position where you meeting people, you got to be able to take advantage of opportunities.
Correct.
When you come across someone and you're doing something and somebody's feeding into you and they giving you information, you got to be able to understand it.
Yeah, you got to grasp
and
it
take
quick.
advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, it's all about the lifestyle. It's all about the lifestyle, man. So, I appreciate you coming through, sitting there having a smoke with me, chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it go. I'm sitting here with Sir Charles, and once again, we want to thank Heather and Rafa for y'all letting us be in y'all spot.
Yeah.
Havana Cigars. Get that address again.
398 Auburn Avenue, right on the corner of Jackson and Auburn, directly across from Ebenezer Baptist Church and the Martin Luther King Historical Site.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you coming in, spending time with us. Lifestyles, baby.